Hello children, welcome to the channel Ammu&You, where Ammu tells you so many lovely stories, fun stories and different types of stories. This is January, a new year, and you know that this month we are doing stories from the Jungle Book. Stories from the Jungle Book are so interesting. Many of you would have read them, and we have already done a few stories before. Today I have got a very interesting story for you. Story of a mongoose. We've done stories of seals, of elephants, and now I thought, let me tell you a story of a mongoose, a cute little mongoose. So, the Jungle Book stories written by the great Rudyard Kipling, and one of them is Rikki Tikki Tavi. So long time ago, there lived a mongoose with his parents in a burrow. See, his tip of the nose and ears were pink, light pink. It was very cute to look at. And this is how they lived together as a family. But one day there was heavy rain, and in that heavy rain all the places got flooded and the burrows also were filled with water. Now our little mongoose was flushed out. Everyone was flushed out, and the water gushed in, sweeping the mongoose out. Now the current was so fast that the mongoose could not do anything. The little one, our little one, the hero of our story, found a wood floating, and he just clappered on it. Floating, 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 floating. He reached God knows where. He felt unconscious. He fell unconscious and he did not know where he was going. When he regained his consciousness, after many hours, he found himself lying in the middle of the garden. Now, he didn't even know what garden it was, so he found himself in an unknown place. Just then, Teddy with his mother was walking by. Teddy saw the mongoose lying there and he cried out, "Mother, look, this poor animal looks like he's dead." So the mother quickly went near the animal and told Teddy, after examining it, that "No, son, it's not dead yet. It's unconscious and unwell." Now, our Teddy was a great animal lover. He loved animals and he was very kind-hearted, and so was his mother. So Teddy picked up the little mongoose in his hand and said, "Mother, he's so cute, but if we leave him here, he may die. Can we do something for him?" So the mother said, "Yes, Teddy, let us take him home." So Teddy got him home and showed the little mongoose to his father. The father said, "This little mongoose needs a bit of warmth and care." And so he wrapped the little one in cotton, soft cotton. When we feel cold, we use a blanket, isn't it, children? Now, Teddy's father wrapped the little mongoose in cotton, soft cotton, and took him near the fireplace. The little mongoose felt warm and nice, and soon he regained his consciousness, opened his eyes, and achoo! He sneezed. Just as he sneezed, Teddy's father said, "Now he will be fine." The mongoose looked around everywhere with very inquisitive and curious eyes. He was the curious one. And he got to see so many new things around, new faces. And immediately, Teddy took him in his hands again. His mother went and got something to eat, a piece of raw meat, and the mongoose hungrily chewed at it, bit at it, and felt so much better. After being properly fed and rested, it was time for the mongoose to explore the new surroundings. Our little explorer. Now, he was jumping across everyone's lap, from the lap to the shoulder, to the other shoulder, to the hand. He was very restless. His father said, Teddy's father said, "Teddy, this could be a great pet for you. Would you like him to stay with you?" Teddy was overjoyed. "Yes, father, I would love to have him as my pet." And so the mongoose became Teddy's little pet. Now, the little mongoose heard this and he realized that this is his new home. So he wanted to explore all around and said, "This seems to be a lovely home, my new home. Everything looks so colorful and nice, and there's so many things that I do not even know what they are." He had never seen them living in a burrow, right? So people are also very nice. They seem to be very caring and thoughtful. So I am sure it would be fun staying with them. That night, the little mongoose followed Teddy to his washroom. When Teddy went to brush his teeth before going to bed, I'm sure you all brush your teeth, right? At night too. So, while Teddy was brushing his teeth, what did our little mongoose do? While exploring the bathtub, he just fell into it. He was startled for a moment, but then he started swimming from one end to the other and was overjoyed by this experience. After finishing his brushing, Teddy took him out of water and said, You're already wet, you'll catch a cold again." And he wiped him with a soft towel to dry him up. The mongoose followed Teddy to his bedroom, and when Teddy fell asleep, his parents came to bid him good night. They saw this little one sitting next to him on the bed. Teddy's mother got a bit worried. She said, "Oh my God, this one is sitting next to Teddy. What if it bites him at night?" Teddy's father said, "Don't you worry. Mongoose will never bite unless they are attacked. This is Teddy's pet and it will always be Teddy's friend. Don't you worry." Now, Teddy's mother believed her husband where animals were concerned, because Teddy's father was a great animal lover too. Now, mother was relieved and they both went back to their room to sleep. Now, the mongoose did not stay too long in Teddy's room. Teddy was asleep, but the mongoose was not feeling sleepy at all. So he jumped out of the bed and ran to Teddy's father's study. He saw him sitting, writing something on the table. He wanted to see what he was doing. He jumped up and onto the table. Now there was this ink pot kept there on the table. The ink pot was something new for the mongoose. He sniffed it, put his nose inside, and all his face and mouth and nose turned blue. Teddy's father started laughing, said, "What a naughty little mongoose you are. Be careful. You must see what you are doing." The ink went into his nose and he started. What did he snort? Achoo, achoo, achoo. Sneezing because the ink was irritating his nostrils. Now, Teddy's father had warned him, "That little one, please be careful wherever you're going and what you're doing, lest you don't harm yourself." But this mongoose was absolutely curious personified. He was curious to know everything. So next morning, he saw Teddy's father sitting on his rocking chair reading a book. And he was smoking a cigar. He wanted to see what his father was doing. He had never seen a book before. He had never seen a rocking chair before. He wanted to see what actually he was doing. He jumped up and his father said, "Go, don't disturb me," and pushed it back. It fell on the floor. Little upset. He didn't let me sit on his shoulder? Why? Why can't I see what he's doing? The little mongoose went here and there around the rocking chair, here and there, waiting for another chance to jump up. And his father said, "Why don't you go to Teddy's room and see what he's doing?" Teddy was not up till then. So the mongoose ran to his room, jumped up onto his bed. Teddy was fast asleep. He jumped onto his shoulder and sniffed into his ears. Teddy got tickled. He turned around in his sleep and said, The mongoose jumped onto the other side and did the same. Teddy opened his eyes, and as soon as he opened his eyes, he saw that little one sitting right here, next to his face. He remembered, "Oh, this is my pet, my naughty mongoose." He cuddled him and said, "Good morning. So you are up early and you troubling me. You don't want me to sleep anymore?" He cuddled it and he woke and sat up on the bed. He kept playing with the mongoose on his bed. And this mongoose had so much of energy. He would never sit still, He would scamper to that corner, come back again, scuttle to the other corner, come back again, climb on the wall, try to climb on a chair, try to climb on the table, try to see on the cupboard, on the cabinet, everywhere. And in the process, sometimes things would fall and Teddy would have a merry laugh. He would just watch him and say, my mongoose, you really, really are so fast and swift. Don't you ever get tired?" And the mongoose would look at him like this. What is he saying? What is he saying? What does he mean by being tired? He didn't know what it meant by being tired because he was never tired. Now, Teddy got up, went to the washroom. Sure enough, who followed him? Our little one. The naughty little mongoose followed him. He brushed his teeth, he had his bath, And the mongoose kept sitting there, watching him, playing in that water with him. It was such a fun morning for our Teddy, playing with that mongoose everywhere. He got ready, and then with his newfound friend, he went to greet his father. "Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Dad." He entered the room. The mongoose found his Teddy's father still sitting on that rock chair, reading a book. His eyes fell on that smoke that was coming out of the cigar. "What is that?" he wanted to know. He found the source of the smoke, that he's holding something between his fingers. How to get there? He came here, jumped up, and he sat on the shoulder of his father. His father looked at him and said, "Oh, leave me alone." But no, he jumped on his hand, and the hand shook, and his little nose touched the tip of the cigar, burning end of the cigar, and his nose burnt, and he screamed. He fell, jumping on the ground, and he screamed, "Tick, tick, 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 tick." He jumped around screaming, "Tick, tick, 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 tick." Now, quickly, Teddy picked him up in his arms, and his father said, "This is what I was telling you. You never careful. You need to be careful so that you do not hurt yourself." And his mother said, "Look at what he's saying. He's saying tick, 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 tick. So should we name him Rikki Tikki Tavi?" Teddy loved the name. He said, "Yes, mother, let him be named as Rikki Tikki Tavi." So our little mongoose got his name. He seemed to like it too, because he was all ears to the conversation. In a short while, he forgot about the pain and went to have his hearty breakfast, sitting at the dining table with Teddy. He would be ready to eat anything, try anything. He loved the fruits, he loved the bread. And Teddy and his pet had a hearty meal. And Rikki Tikki Tavi became great friends with Teddy. And you know what? The mongoose always choose a house for them. Now, Rikki Tikki Tavi had decided for himself that this is my home and this is my house to guard. Like the story, children? I really loved it. It's so interesting, to visualize this little mongoose, his activities, and what Teddy is doing with him, and it's so much fun. If you've liked the video, children, you just need to tell your parents to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share the video with all your friends, your classmates. Tell them about our channel, Ammu&You. You can suggest that they can join this channel, they can subscribe too, and get to watch all the interesting stories that I tell you and put up on this channel. Stay happy, stay safe, and be good. Till I come again next week with another story of Rikki Tikki Tavi. How he is brave and how he performs his duty. It's very interesting. Okay? So till then, bye bye.